Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 22, day 3 of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing every day, Monday through Friday. We are following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar, that you can buy at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. It's the perfect combining of positive affirmations, music therapy, aromatherapy, essential oils. If you love those 3 different categories, you're going to love her book. Highly recommend it. Okay, that said, the affirmation for the entire week is I listen effectively. As we're thinking about this affirmation, I want us to just sit back a little bit, take some time, maybe pause this if you're listening to it on our YouTube channel, and just sit and think, maybe just for a minute or two, who do you feel like listens to you effectively? Who do you go to when you need to just pour out your soul and tell your troubles to? Who do you think in your life has listened effectively to you? And then maybe just sit for a moment of gratitude for how they listened to you. Maybe just remember how you feel when they are listening to you just so deeply and so non-judgmentally. And anyway, let's start with just a moment of gratitude and a moment of thanks. Now, let's talk about who wants that gift from us in our lives, right? So many people want to be listened to by us too. And is it hard to listen to people? Yes. Is it sometimes painful to listen to people, right? It can be. It could be painful. It can be painful to hear what someone else is going through. It's maybe sometimes painful to hear how our actions are affecting other people. That can be painful too. I am praying today that we can all handle, I'm not going to say deal with, that we can all handle and grow from being more effective listeners, whatever is told to us. Anyway, okay, so that's the affirmation for the week. The affirmation for today is, I am effective in supporting others through careful listening. When your children come home from school, if they go to school, like ours, we homeschool ours, but if your children come home from school, how was your day? Even if you're homeschooling, asking your children, hey, how's your life going? What's going on? Who are your best friends? Who do you like? Kind of how do you see your life going, and how do you want your life to go, and how can I best support you? I remember once listening to some marriage talk, and they were saying one of the most effective things that you can ask your marriage partner is, hey, what one thing can I do to help you today? So we're going into Valentine's week. Maybe that can be something that we're asking our partners. Hey, what one thing could I do today to help you? Could it be a game changer? Could that one listening and doing, right? Yesterday it was all about the do, right? I will do what I hear. Asking that question, maybe even to our children, hey, what one thing could I do to help you? Or maybe to our parents, hey, mom, hey, dad, what one thing could I do to help you today? Can you imagine if people said that on a daily basis? Something I think that I'm going to try to do more. Okay. Again, the affirmation for today is, I am effective in supporting others through careful listening. And of course, we're going to be supporting ourselves through careful listening. The song that we're pairing with for the entire week is Calling All Angels by Jade Siberry and J.D. Ling. It's just a beautiful song. I absolutely believe, I have this one hair that's just bugging me today. Anyway, I actually believe, thank you hair for going away now. I absolutely believe that there are angels in heaven that are assigned by God to us to help us through what we're getting to. I happen to believe that they're probably our ancestors, or maybe even children that are yet to be born in our lines, our posterity. Anyway, I believe that we have these angels that love us and they want to help us. And as we pray to God, God, can you help send angels to help with this issue, or help me, help soften hearts, or help give me wisdom on how best to talk, to act, how best to proceed. I think God will send those angels. And as we ask to hear the voice of God more, I feel like God will help us hear his voice more, right? It doesn't all have to be through angels. It can be one-on-one hearing the voice of God and running with it, like Joan of Arc did, like Harriet Tubman did, like so many people in history did. Okay, so again, that's the song that we're pairing with for the entire week, Calling All Angels. If you prefer, you might prefer a different song about angels or about hearing the voice of God. Maybe I love the song, I Believe There Are Angels Among Us. But if you have a favorite song about hearing the voice of God, I'm gonna share with you. There's a song about hearing the voice of God that our children sing in our church, and it's called "I Will Go." I don't even know what it's called, but anyway, the chorus goes like this, and it basically goes through a lot of the prophets in the scriptures. The Lord commanded Noah to go and build a boat. The Lord commanded, and it just kind of goes through a lot of the different prophets and stories in the scriptures. But the verse goes like this. It's such a go and do song. It goes, I will go, I will do the things the Lord commands. I know the Lord provides a way he wants me to obey. I will go, I will do the things the Lord commands. I know the Lord provides a way he wants me to obey. Anyway, I will try to put that song in our comments for you. The Lord does provide a way. And as to do whatever we need to do in life to accomplish our missions that he has for us in our lives. And as we listen to him and as we pray for help, we'll be able to accomplish those missions. Okay, moving on to the diffuser blend. So y'all know that we're diffusing one drop of cilantro, which is the oil of releasing control, and 2 drops of juniper berry, which is the oil of the night or of the unknown, and then 3 drops of lavender, which is the oil of communication. Yesterday we talked about the emotional benefits of juniper berry. Today we are going to be talking about the emotional benefits of cilantro oil. So the first thing you need to know about cilantro oil is that it comes from a plant that has where 2 different essential oils are harvested. They harvest cilantro oil from the leaves of the plant, and then they harvest coriander oil from the seeds of the plant. So they're 2 different oils made for 2 different things. We've already done a shout out on cilantro oil. Hopefully, on coriander oil last week. Anyway, cilantro comes from northern Africa, southern Europe, Southeast Asia. It's been used for millennia. Just generations upon generations have used this plant, both in their cooking and medicinally. So here are some things that cilantro oil is really good for. And I'm going to be flipping between one of my favorite books, which is called Essential Emotions, Your Guide to Process, Release, and Live Free, and just some other notes that I've been taking on cilantro oil. But cilantro facilitates a detoxification of negative emotions and degree. It's helpful in lightening one's load through the release of issues buried in the body, heart, and soul. And there's a lot of specific things that cilantro oil does. Anyway, so it can now remember that the nickname for cilantro oil is the oil of releasing control. So it can help us when we're feeling clingy. It can help us when we're feeling the need for control. It can help us when we have obsessive behavior. Now, a lot of these behaviors don't just pop up on their own, right? A lot of these behaviors come when you have maybe some hurts or some negative experiences in the past. For example, let's say that you had a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and your boyfriend was untrue to you, or your girlfriend, whoever, your friend was untrue to you, right? Then in the next relationship that you get in, right, you might be a little bit more anxious about the idea. You might be a little bit more clingy. Now, does that really help the relationship? I want to say probably not. Probably, yeah. No, that's probably not. Looking like you're clingy, like you're desperate, like you're unsure of yourself and what you have to offer doesn't help relationships. So, when we've had relationships in the past that have hurt us in small or in majestically mighty ways, do we need to work through that and process through that so that we can come to the next relationship whole and healed? Absolutely. Yes, we do. And there's lots of people in relationships. Are we all healed from past hurts? Unless you're like just super incredible, and which hopefully you are. Well, which you are anyway. But no, a lot of us still have hurts or trauma or from past relationships. Maybe we have hurt in the relationship we're in, and we need to process through them so that we can interact in a healthier way. And cilantro is an essential oil that can help us bring up those emotions. It can kind of just like bubble up those things so that we can see them. We can address them. Like yesterday, we talked about juniper berry that allows us to stop the fear of seeing what's really happening and being able to address the issues. Cilantro is going to bubble up the issues, and it's going to help us release them. Okay, so it's for that reason, cilantro is an amazing oil for deep emotional healings. So if you feel like there's negative issues that you're dragging through with you every single day, if you see issues that you're like you're trying to kick off, you're like, quit attaching to me, right? Cilantro can be very, very good to help us have the strength, have the wherewithal to work through those issues so that we can finally release them. And okay, for that reason too, it's amazingly good for when we need a fresh start, when we're trying to bring that springtime energy into us, when we're trying to release all the things in the past, just to clear the space and start new. Because do we sometimes need to clear the space and start new? Yeah, and I almost think that's why God gave us nights, right? So we can have like a little break from what was going on yesterday, give some little space to have all that cleared and be able to start again new the next day. Okay, so again, if you've been hurt, if you have trust issues, if you feel like your heart is closed, it can help clear out those issues, bring up the issues that you deal with and help clear them out to help you feel loved and help you love on others more freely. Okay, it's a fun oil. It can help raise energy levels, but it's also super good at calming your nerves. So if you're feeling anxious, it can help calm that. So here are some really good things that it can mix with. It can, if you're trying to just clear issues, a fresh start, maybe pair it with lemongrass, lemon, or eucalyptus. if you're trying for kind of like an all-around healing, you can do a diffuser blend that might have a drop of each of these in it. A drop of thyme, which helps bring up the issues. A drop of cilantro, which helps to clear away those emotions. A drop of wintergreen, which definitely helps to look at the thoughts that we're having and seeing whether they're serving us well or not, and clear away the ones that aren't. A drop of oregano, which deals with beliefs, helps us process beliefs. Is this a true belief? Is this a belief really serving me? And then it helps to clear away beliefs that aren't good. And then it helps with a drop of black pepper, which can help us just kind of be a catch-all for it. Is this serving us? No, it's not serving us. Great. Let's let that one go. Okay. If you're wanting to work on heart issues, maybe you're the trust, the love, if you feel like you have a hurt or a closed heart, pairing it with flower oils, kanaga, ylang ylang, geranium, or rose can be super helpful on that. So that's what I kind of wanted to talk to you about on cilantro. The negative emotions it can address is if you're feeling that you have to control things. Again, that can come from a place of hurt or fear from past issues. If you're feeling toxic or you're in a toxic environment, if you're feeling detached, obsessive, compulsive, clingy, worried, or trapped, cilantro can really help with that. And the positive properties that it can help bring in are cleansing, feeling liberated, and feeling untroubled. Okay, so that's about cilantro oil. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the emotional benefits of lavender oil, which is one of the most known oils, but you might learn something a little bit new. Again, just reminding you that the diffuser blend that we're diffusing this week is 1 drop cilantro, the oil of releasing control, 2 drops of juniper berry, which is the oil of the night or the unknown, and 3 drops of lavender, which is the oil of communication. The song that we're listening to that's suggested is Calling All Angels, but if there's a song that you're connecting with more when it comes to listening, go for it. I'd love to hear that song in the comments. And then the affirmation for today is I am effective in supporting others through careful listening. And the affirmation for today is the affirmation for the entire week is I listen effectively. You do. You are up-leveling how you listen to others, and it's going to be life-changing for you and for all of us. Okay, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life, telling you that I know that with God, you and I, we can all make it an amazing day. Bye-bye.